Oh man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. So glad I make Pastor Haynes. I know you got a word this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. I'm so glad I made it. All of us have been through some things, and when we look in the rearview mirror, our testimony is, I'm so glad I made it. What have you been through that could have took you out? What have you been through that tried to mess everything up that you had tried to build up? But now you look again in the rearview mirror, and all you can do is testify. I'm so glad I made it. Why and how did you make it? You made it, number one, because God was good enough to somehow convert what was something that was bad to you to somehow work out good for you. You made it because God is good like that. Joseph told his brothers, you meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. You made it like Joseph because something that began bad to you, God took it and somehow it worked out being good for you. Yes, it was bad. Yes, it broke your heart. Yes, it messed up your plans, but somehow God got in the mix. And when God got in the mix, what started out bad, somehow God brought good out of it. God did not create the bad, but God was able to take the bad and use the bad and bring such good out of it that your testimony is now, I'm so glad I made it. You made it because God can take the bad and bring good out of it, but then somebody else can testify that you made it because God blessed you. I like this, to fail forward. You see, all of us have made some mistakes. All of us have done some things we wish we had not done. We have failed. But here's how good God is. When you fail, you don't fail backwards, you fail forward, meaning that somehow you learn the right lessons and you end up in a better place than you would have, because God has a way of blessing you to fail, not backwards, but fail forward. And when you fail forward, you end up again in a better place. You end up stronger, wiser, and better because God blessed you to fail forward. But then finally, somebody can testify, I'm so glad I made it because God did the impossible. God did what only God can do. You see, I did what I could, and then God did what I couldn't. I did my best, and then God handled the rest. I'm so glad I made it because of what God did for me that I could not do for myself. God put the right people in my life at the right time, and when life went wrong, they opened up the right door, and somehow I made it because God was good enough to do what only God could do. And so that's our testimony today. Our testimony is, I'm so glad I made it. I'm so glad I made it. I made it through. And because I made it through, I know that God will continue to bring me through.
Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
Pastor Haynes, appreciate you every morning, man. Love you.
Love you, Rickey. Have a great one, man.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is 12 minutes after the hour, y'all. The front page news is being brought to you by America's Best. Don't overpay for eyewear. Make sure you visit America's Best and get 2 pairs and a free exam for just $69.95. It's not just a better deal. It's America's Best. Got your front page right here. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. So, as has been expected, U.S. health officials announced plans yesterday to make COVID-19 vaccine booster shots available to all Americans, and that will begin the week of September the 20th. Meanwhile, President Biden has directed the Secretary of Education to look into possible legal actions against those states that are blocking school mask mandates. And the administration also announced that nursing homes will be required to mandate that all staffers be vaccinated in order to continue getting federal funds. And last but certainly not least, in an interview with ABC News yesterday, Biden said that U.S. troops will remain in Afghanistan until all Americans are evacuated, even if that means having them there beyond his August the 31st deadline for withdrawal. All right, well, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, go ahead and log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Brock T, what's going on in sports?
Man, all I got to say is about to go down. Save the date this Saturday, August the 21st, man. It's the Prefontaine Classic, the best of the best in track and field, featuring the women's 100 meters. Why is this such a big deal? Of course, we remember in the Tokyo Olympics, the Jamaicans who finished first, second, and third. And we got our sprinter, Sha'Carri Richardson, who was disqualified from the Olympics because of the marijuana situation. Well, here comes the big matchup because she's going to be back in the field at 100 meters versus all three of them. Elaine Thompson-Herah, Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, and Shericka Jackson, the gold, silver, and bronze medalists of the Tokyo Olympics. Oh, my goodness.
She better run like she in South Dallas. She better run
Rick.
Run like she off of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
Rick.
Boy, I swear.
Dog, I'm trying to tell you, that doggone Carter Cowboy out there in Oak Cliff finna come
You better
out.
run, damn it.
And she been talking a little smack on social media, man. But it's
Don't say nothing, because them damn Jamaicans ain't nothing to play with this track and field.
Hey man, if you can, I'm like this, man. If you gonna talk it and you can back it up, handle your business. But if you don't back it up, it's gonna be
Run
exciting.
like they shooting in South Dallas. I know that.
I can't wait, man. It's all to the good. But the welterweight title fight is also this Saturday in Las Vegas. It's Manny Pacquiao versus Yordenis Ugas. I love saying his last name. It's a Fox Sports pay-per-view event. But if you ain't trying to pay for it, don't worry, we got you back, man. We got you hooked up. So we're looking for lucky caller number 10 right now to win free code to watch the Pacquiao-Ugas fight. Call us right now, 866-9-RICKEY, 866-9-RICKEY, and we will got you hooked up. Gary, what's up there, pimp?
All right, y'all there saying goodbye, Audrey Hepburn. Hello, Beyonce and Jay-Z, y'all. Guess what? Beyonce and Jay-Z are the new faces of iconic jewelry brand Tiffany & Company, y'all. They're saying that the couple going to work as ambassadors for the brand, along with the Queen's Gambit actress Miss Anya Taylor-Joy and Olympic skier and model Eileen Gould, who recently became a spokesperson for Victoria's Secret. Now, they're saying that the news was announced in a video interview with Beyonce by Harper's Bazaar this week. Now, nearly 200-year-old jewelry chain Tiffany's is undergoing a rebrand under the leadership of French luxury retail conglomerate LVMH, which finally acquired the company in January of 2021 after backing out of the deal this year before. Now, they're saying that LVMH has been updating Tiffany's marketing, stepping away from its signature blue brand image to its more edgy, modern look. Now, they're saying that the new color is going to be yellow. They're going to have the new yellow. It's going to be yellow. And I don't know if I'm going to go to Tiffany's then or whatever, because I'm used to the blue box. And, a lot of people.
The blue
yeah.
is Tiffany Blue.
It's Tiffany Blue.
Yeah. I mean, they earned that name. It's been blue forever. We don't want to change it.
Exactly. So they say, girl, they going to Miss Yellow. I don't know if that's Beyonce's favorite color or not, but they're saying it's not your mother's Tiffany, honey. They're saying, honey, that everybody, they're trying to appeal more, y'all. They want a more edgier look.
Tiffany with an eye.
I.E.
Okay. Nah. But I don't know who's going to be going there, but they're saying the older, grander girls, honey, are very angry. They say, honey, wait a minute, honey, we don't need this, honey. What about us, honey, who got this brand going, honey, and been having it going for a while? They're saying that they're feeling alienated, honey, and that they're alienating their core audience. But they say, look at Gucci. They say Gucci did here. Alessandro Mihe, he came in and changed Gucci's style.
That ain't going to work for Tiffany, though.
I know it's not,
because that color, that turquoise, whatever color that is the signature of Tiffany.
Yes.
It's the signature, yeah, honey. But they want to appeal more to the millennial and teen shoppers, honey. So we gonna see how this all work out. But I'll never forget when Toni Braxton was on Oprah, baby. Miss Oprah ate Toni Braxton lunch, honey, behind Tiffany, baby. Oh, she did that girl dirty. But nevertheless, Miss Tony rose and she survived. She survived it, honey.
First I was afraid.
Okay, and then, now she's no longer afraid. So
that third day she arose.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. Y'all, my color today is Sunsplash. On the high end, you say Sunsplash, and on the low end, you say beautiful yellow. That's your color for today. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
25 minutes after the top of the hour, it's going down real big, man. The Pacquiao versus Ugas title fight goes down this Saturday. Yes, indeed, August the 21st. Here at the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, we got to hook up for you the top secret codes to watch the pay-per-view absolutely free. Y'all already know them pay-per-view fees be adding up. So, congratulations. We got another winner to Lori Jeffrey out of Orlando. Congratulations, man. You got the promo code to watch the fight absolutely free. We got another chance to win tomorrow. All right, so get ready. The Briggity Tat got that hot spot coming up next, man, right here on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, it's the bottom of the hour. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. This segment is being brought to you by Gain. That's right. If your laundry is longing for a scent that's seriously irresistible, you got to try Gain Flings detergent. Gain. Brad, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. I just cannot hear that song without hearing that end part. I wait for that. All right, what up, y'all? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. R. Kelly's federal racketeering trial began yesterday in New York City, and according to the New York Times, federal prosecutors shed more light on his alleged marriage to Aaliyah, which I hate. I wish they would leave her out of it. He's facing several charges, including forced labor, kidnapping, sex trafficking, and multiple violations of the Mann Act, which criminalizes the transportation of any woman or girl across state lines for immoral purposes. Whew. During opening statements, Brooklyn Assistant U.S. Attorney Maria Cruz Melendez addressed the singer's alleged marriage to Aaliyah when he was 27 and she was 15. He said prosecutors believed the singer had learned that Aaliyah, she had become pregnant and that he was the father. He then allegedly orchestrated a plan to marry the underage singer so she could avoid testifying against him in court. Maria said this was, of course, a huge problem for him, and if she was pregnant, that meant there would be questions, and at the very top of that list of questions would be, who is the father of that baby? Well, Cruz Melendez continued. She said this case is about a predator, adding that the singer used his fame and popularity and a network of people at his disposal to target, groom, and exploit young girls, boys, and women for his own sexual gratification. He's facing 10 years to life in bars if convicted on those charges. Whew, Lord have mercy. Moving on, y'all. I know it just make you be like, oh, damn. Moving on, y'all. Anthony Mackey is set to star in Captain America 4. Yes, TV Line reports that the MCU will continue the story of Sam Wilson's superhero journey, most recently chronicled on the series The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. No word yet on if his Disney co-star Sebastian Stan or Emily Van Camp will be joining him on the big screen. All right, y'all, but we're going to wrap up.
I cannot wait, man, to see Captain America flying through the air smoking a grape Twister Sweet.
What you say? What you say? What you say?
Man, come on.
I'm going to be right underneath him, catching that contact. Yes, indeed. Coming up next, y'all, we got Special K with the news that you absolutely, positively cannot use. And want y'all going to hit us up for them wake-up calls at 8669-RICKEY. That's 8669-RICKEY. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Okay, I can't sing. Wait.
You liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 12 before the top of the hour, y'all. It's about that time. Special K got news you positively absolutely cannot use. What up, K?
Hey, what's going on, bro? Want to welcome back one of my favorite sponsors for this segment. Today, it's sponsored by blowpops.com. Let me stress, this site is in no way affiliated with the popular candy, but rather it's a social media website for young women seeking to date financially secure men aged 65 plus. That's www.blowpops.com. So
my name man. Let's cut his mic off, dog. We just gonna do something.
That's it. That's
We can't do it today, man. I'm not in the mood for this, bro.
That's it, Kay. What we got coming up next, Rick?
Coming up next, we got I think the sponsor is enough.
Blowpops.com. Ain't got nothing to do with the candy, so don't get confused. Don't go in there thinking you're going to get a lollipop. That's not what that site is for. Just to clear up any misconceptions.
You're very clear.
With, yeah, we want to be very clear on that.
Oh, man. Ooh, boy,
you have to be 21 to go on the site, please. We don't need no more.
And what the site is for now?
It's for young women seeking to date financially secure older men age 65 plus. We do recommend that you're at least 21 before you go on the website because we don't want to promote anything that.
Oh man! All right, go ahead, man. What you got?
Well, I do have one other thing I want to report. There's a report going around that in several southern states, there's been dozens of incidents of people causing disturbances at the pharmacy counters in some well-known chain drugstores. Apparently, there's quite a few people out here that can't spell really good, and they've been raising hell in the stores, demanding that they get the free vacations that are being advertised on signs out in front of the store.
Instead of vaccinations.
Yeah, they're going in there and they're saying that they want their free vacation. And the people are having to explain to them, no, sir, ma'am, it's not free vacations we're giving out. And people are showing up with their passports. They're showing up trying to pick destinations, and it's not about free vacations, people. It's free vaccinations.
And what area are these stores where the chaos? What area?
A lot of them are happening in places like South Dallas, Jackson, Mississippi. There's several stores in Montgomery, Alabama have had this problem. The Greenbrier area of Atlanta. People showing up. Go out front, there's like 4 or 5 Dodge Chargers out there, and people demanding. People wanting to go to Jamaica,
man,
Bahamas. People showing up to go to Vegas.
Man,
it's
get
like,
this fool off the radio, man.
It's free It's not vacations, people. It's vaccination. Yeah. I know there's a V and I know there's a C, but it's not.
And then they coming back 2 weeks later, want to go somewhere else.
And booster shots are not for people that steal from stores.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
What up, Gary?
Morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Candy Burris, y'all. She is opening up, y'all. Now, Candy is getting candid, y'all, about cosmetic surgery. Now, you know she has a new YouTube channel titled Body Work, and they're saying Candy is telling it all. Now, the Real Housewives of Atlanta star, she shared details about her recent breast reduction procedure, y'all, during the first episode of a new series on her YouTube channel titled Body Work. Now, they're saying Ms. Burris, 45, said that she was inspired to start the series in order to be real with the people about the type of body work that a lot of celebrities, y'all, often have done, but don't speak publicly about it. Now, she said, quote, let's not let all the other diets and stuff that I've done confuse you, honey, into thinking that that's what made my boobs get reduced. She said, because it's not, honey. She said that. She said, I have some weight loss. She said, I have tried some juice fast recently, or, she said some juice cleanse, honey. She said, and I did lose a couple of pounds with it. However, they're saying that Ms. Burris admitted that her weight loss did not impact the size of her breast. Instead, she chose, y'all, to seek out a surgeon to help her. That's what she did. She said, now, I've been trying to change the way I eat. She said, I've been trying intermittent fasting. She said, I've been trying everything to lose weight, but that has nothing to do with why my boobs are small. She said, honey, I went to a doctor, and he did a little. She said he cut a chunk off each one of them. She said, I'm going to, honey, keep it 100 with you. She said, in addition to her breast reduction, she said that she also undergone liposuction and a tummy tuck. And she said that she tries Botox as well, but ultimately opted not to continue, y'all, with facial injections. She didn't want to look like Rocky. But she said, she did all these wonderful things, and I think a lot of people, a lot of celebrities should go ahead and tell what they've done, because they're saying now that a lot of women, honey, are having their feet cracked and broke, so they could have small feet, honey. The girls in China. Yes, but the girls, that's what the girls allegedly in China do. They break their feet so they could have small feet. They don't want no big boat-shaped feet, so that's what they do. So,
Gary, we get Botox in our feet so that you can't feel the pain from the heels. So that's a very American Hollywood thing. You get Botox in your toes and around the sides of your feet so that when you wear your high heels, you can't feel the pain.
Instead of just buying some Mr. Shows.
Yeah, that's what it looks
Shows
like.
don't fit in all Jimmy Choos, Rick.
Oh,
man.
Damn. All right, babe. So that's
y'all can't take no
Jimmy Choo cut
you
different,
can't put no
baby.
cotton in there.
Girl.
Ricky, that used to be the girls used to have to do it when they had no money. Not the girls have money, baby. They putting Botox, like she said, and then doing all kind of stuff.
In between them toes, Ricky.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
But this is amazing, though. It's good that, people are opening up and saying what they've done and all that stuff. But doesn't that cost a little bit of money, though, to have all that done? You just can't get it done for
Candy got money.
Well, yeah. So, but congratulations to her. So I can't wait to see her new look then, honey.
I love Candy because she always tell it like it is. She is not one to lie about it. She gonna say what it is. If you ask her, she will genuinely tell you and don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, well, congratulations.
And she's been wanting
her,
a breast reduction for quite some time. This has been something on her list. So
but why are women buying it? I thought women were running out to buy breasts, honey. All these girls just getting bigger breasts and bigger butts.
Women that have heavier ones are tired of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, we just gotta pray.
It's heavy, Gary.
Really?
Yeah, kind of like your back fat. Like it's heavy.
All the elementary school teachers that's from all elementary school teachers. They just sit up that's why they sit up at that desk. They never went to the chalkboard. Never went to the chalkboard. They sit up at that desk and stuff. And how you doing the damn book assignments? They never got up. Every elementary school teacher.
All right. Well, congratulations, honey. All right. Another celebrity news, honey. Beyonce say, baby, she been beekeeping during the pandemic. Honey. They say Beyonce, honey, decades-long evolution, honey, has recently chronicled in the September's issue of Harper's Bazaar. She done told all kind of stuff in Harper's Bazaar. Now, the singer reflected on her life thus far, being on the cusp of her 40th birthday, which I marked the calendar September the 4th. Now, they said that, honey, living in quarantine throughout the previous years taught her the importance of creating health-based rituals, one of which is beekeeping. Yeah, she said she got bees on top of her house, honey. One of her mansions, she got some beehives and stuff on top of her house. She said now the bees, she keeps bees because she want to own all the honey for her family. Now, she said during quarantine, I went from overindulgence to creating positive rituals, drawing from past generations and putting my own spin on things. Now, Beyonce told Harper's Bazaar that she discovered that CBD on her last tour, and she's experienced its benefits, y'all, from soreness and inflammation. She said it helped with her restless nights when Jay-Z wasn't home and she couldn't sleep, and the agitating that comes from not being able to fall asleep. Now, Beyonce also said that she found healing properties in honey that benefit her and her children. She said, now I'm building a hemp and a honey farm. She said, I even got hives on my roof.
That's awesome.
Good for her.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. She said the healing properties of honey can be useful both internally and externally. She said honey can be used for healing thanks to its antibacterial state, which prevents infection when applied to wounds and when ingested. She said honey can treat gastric issues and work as an internal anti-inflammatory and antioxidant agent. Did Beyonce say all that?
Come on, B.
She said she's so happy that her daughters will have the example of those rituals from her. So congratulations to Beyonce. I mean, this girl working it out, she's going to own everything, and they're going to have all the money, her and Jay-Z and them cheering, honey. So congratulations to Beyonce. I just love her. That's Texas pride. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Sunsplash. On the high end, you say Sunsplash, and on the low end, just say Beautiful Yellow. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is 24 minutes after the hour. Y'all, I get your wake-up calls. Get at me, 866-9-RICKY. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Please
Lee from Birmingham, Alabama. I want to wake up my son Evan, my daughter Shalia. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, good morning. I want to send a wake-up call to my mom in Cleveland, her son from Birmingham. This Price. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, this is Gina from Baton Rouge, and I want to wake up Ed and King. Get up, get up, get up. It's time for food.
Wild Bill, saying wake up everybody in GI. Gary, Indiana. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Fatima out there in Silicaga, Alabama. I want to tell everybody in Alabama to wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yeah, this T.Y. from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I want to wake up Soraya and Ashanti. Get up, get up, get up. Wake up.
Yo, this T calling from Cocoa, Florida. I want to say what's up to the call-out family. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Say Gainesville, wake up. Meridian, wake up. And Greenwood, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. When you at Dallas, wake up. In Chicago, wake up. ATL, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, appreciate it, Brett.
You welcome, Ricky.
Unfiltered,
unapologetic.
It's just real talk.
Rickey Smiley Unleashed.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's time for Rickey Smiley Unleashed or whatever. We're talking about a little bit of common sense, common courtesy, etiquette this morning or whatever. And I'm sure I'm speaking for a lot of people. It's just not me. I'm sure I can probably speak for 98% of the people that's listening to this segment right here. Why as black folks, what make us so comfortable to take somebody to somebody else's house?
Without being invited.
Without, yeah. Somebody invites you over, and you bring somebody to somebody else's house. Like, why is that always a problem? And then, when you check them on it, you don't even have to curse them out. You meet them at the front door, and they're looking at you like their friend is entitled to come into your house. And now you have somebody in your house that you don't know, and you like a prisoner in your own home, and you're uncomfortable because you don't know them. Mm-hmm. And that's just and I have politely just started meeting people places or whatever because it's just some people, it's just a habit just to bring somebody, that's my friend. And then the manipulation behind the action is this. It ain't even just bringing them over. That the manipulation, they cool.
Ooh,
yes.
I hate that.
They cool to you.
Right. I don't know them.
They cool to you.
Ooh.
I don't know. Right, Brett, say it again.
I don't know them.
Period.
Ooh.
And for some reason they think like just because they cool that they supposed to be cool with you, and then you got bringing people into your space. I trust you that you said you was coming, and then you don't have the courtesy to say, hey, I have my friend with me. Would it be okay? We on that side of town. I have someone with me. Do you want to just meet me at the sit-go? Or would it be okay or whatever? And give me the option. But just I've turned people around on Thanksgiving. Turned them around. I had to check a friend that asked me, could she come over for Thanksgiving? And then next thing you know, somebody else walking in the house because she gave them directions to come to my house, and she just couldn't understand. I don't care who it was or whatever. It's just so ill-mannered and disrespectful and uncouth for you to always bring somebody to somebody's house. Am I the only one feel this way? And why does it bother y'all if it do?
Because it's definitely not the only one. Because the thing is your home is your sanctuary. Your home is the one place where you should be comfortable. And so for you to bring someone to my house and I am now uncomfortable in my own home, that's not fair. When all it took was the common courtesy of a phone call and a question.
So let me throw this out there.
Oh, go ahead, Kay.
We got a holiday weekend coming up. Does this extend? Because when people have cookouts and stuff at their house, people feel like that's kind of an open situation, and that's when they really show up with extra folks.
It's not true. If I haven't met you or never seen you in my life, I don't care who friend you are. You won't come in my house. You'll wait right outside. I'm sorry.
One thing we have to do, we have to learn how to get an understanding because we never want to have those upfront uncomfortable conversations. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like when you try to explain it to them, say, hey, just, okay, it's just you, right? No, and then they get I wouldn't bring nobody, I wouldn't bring nobody to your house. I wouldn't dare show up. I mean, why you feel, see, them be the ones that'll do it.
Yeah.
When they get real defensive, when you're trying to set boundaries or whatever, those are the ones that will do it, and they just kind of defensive because you didn't interrupted their plans of bringing somebody to your house. When I tell y'all, it's a manipulation behind some of this stuff, man. It's just like they
it's
just
for their benefit,
right?
It's to make you look good to them, or you doing something special for them. It's not for us,
right?
It's to show off or something. It's for you and them.
Flexing.
Ooh, I don't like that.
I swear, and you know, I'm one of those type of people, like I see stuff and I read right through stuff and I cannot be manipulated. And it don't even just be the action. It be the manipulation behind the action that really gets to the core of my skin. So basically what we saying in this Rickey Smiley Unleashed, stop bringing folks to other folks' house if they're not invited. Out of all your getting, get an understanding.
All right.
Govern yourself accordingly. Accordingly to what? The understanding. Have that uncomfortable upfront conversation and establish a boundary before any action get taken. All right, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Black Tony, what's going on?
Shut I wish I was at work right now. I'm so sleepy.
You're not coming.
I wish I was at work right now.
Everybody here. Everybody here.
I've been up all night. I ain't had no
Everybody
sleep.
else been up all night.
But ain't nobody else had to deal with their great grandmama live with don't need her. And my great grandmama.
My great grandmama live with him.
No, my great grandma stayed with us. And we had a little situation last night. And I've been up all night dealing with it, and I'm just so sleepy right now. I can't even come to work.
What happened?
I can't come to work, cause you know she 99. She just turned 99 last week. You know, she
turned 99.
Yeah, she wasn't supposed to been up. She got up and got in her wheelchair. She got an electric wheelchair. And, you know, she was in the kitchen. We told because somebody supposed to watch her so she don't get in it. Cause she be riding. And she was riding around in a circle for a long time. And we thought we heard something. Then find out she done rolled into the corner. And we get up. We go in there and she in the corner, but she done rolled the battery down. So she's stuck in the corner. We can't back it up because the power, it ain't powered up.
So your grandma in a wheelchair in the corner?
Yeah.
And how many times you think it probably went in circles? Hey, man, get off my...
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, 6 minutes after the hour, Gary has the tea and the clue of the day brought to you by.
This report is brought to you by Macy's. This week at Macy's, get great deals on summer essentials like shoes and sandals, bed and bath basics, and back-to-school gear. Plus, Star Reward members earn on each purchase, except gift cards, services, and fees. More at Macy's.com/Star Rewards. What's up, Gary?
Good morning, Eva. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Yes, she was once every woman, y'all, but now it's being reported, y'all, that another one bites the dust. Amber Rose, y'all, says she is finished with being an alleged fool in her relationship and called it quits, y'all, with her son's father, Alexander Edwards, y'all, also known as AE. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the influencer took to Instagram yesterday, y'all, to put AE on blast, and here's what she wrote. She said, I'm tired of being cheated on, being embarrassed behind the scenes. All 12 of y'all bums, the ones that I know of, there's probably more, can have you. She said, y'all been very much knew, honey, that he was in a relationship with a baby, and y'all decided to screw him anyway. She said, I saw the text and the DMs. She said, and y'all were well aware, but y'all don't owe me any loyalty, so it's whatever. She said, I can't be the only one fighting for my family anymore. She said, I've been so loyal and transparent, but I haven't gotten the same energy in return. She said, I'll never say these girls' names because, honey, I'm not in the business of ruining lives, but y'all know who in the hell y'all are. This she went on to say, y'all, which really brought tears to my eyes. She said, I've been suffering in silence for so long, and I can't take it anymore. She said, that's why I've been so quiet. She said, I've been a shell of who I used to be, but I refuse to let anyone damage me anymore. Then they say mother went on a rant, honey, and and she blasted her raging narcissistic mama. She cursed out her damn mama as well and went on social media and told her a few things or two, y'all. This is a very sad day, y'all, for Amber Rose, y'all. You remember back in October 2019, they say mother and her ex-boyfriend welcomed their baby boy Slash. But now, honey, he decided he had 12 women plus some that he wanted to be with, so he left her high and dry, y'all. Isn't that sad?
Man,
Amber
that's
Rose
sad.
was a star, Ricky.
Yeah, you get somebody like that, and how do you mess that up? How do you blow that?
He did it.
Yeah, and she's a good woman too.
Yeah.
Man, I just hate it.
Yeah, maybe she would have stayed with Kanye, or if he would have kept her, because didn't we know her through Kanye? That's how we found out who Miss Rose was when Kanye had her as his muse.
Oh, I forgot that. I forgot they were together for a long time. That's how she came on the scene. I forgot about
She was a
that.
dancer, I think, and he brought her up out of all that. And
Yes, honey. And then she started messing with all these different guys. Then she put a tattoo to her
she was
doggone
with Kanye
forehead.
for a while, though.
Yeah. You know, and
She was
tattooed her
with Wiz
forehead
Khalifa.
and everything.
They got married.
Yep, Wiz Khalifa. They got a baby together.
Yeah.
So it's sad. Poor Amber Rose, honey. Now this one here, AE, he done cheated on her. She said she done seen all the receipts, honey. He decided that he didn't want her no more and what happened. He started getting other women and what happened. They both tattooed their foreheads like it was some kind of moving sign, which I don't know why she did that. But, you know, she loved him. And now, honey.
But at least she didn't get a stone put in her head like the rapper.
Exactly, yeah.
She dated one of those guys, though, I think, because I remember her talking about rubbing his feet and stuff, and I was like, all right now.
Really?
Was it 21? I don't know who it was for sure.
Well,
but
she
she
finished
dated.
now.
She
I
done.
feel sad for her.
I feel
Yeah,
bad
me
for her
too,
too,
because she's really nice.
Go get you a regular dude that's a manager at a used car salesman that's gonna do you right. Come home, he
And
gonna make some
appreciate
macaroni
you.
and cheese.
Yeah.
He keep his beard trimmed, take a bath. He gonna cut the grass.
Yep.
Go get you just a regular dude that's gonna take the kid, go out there to the little league football practice or whatever. And he probably what he drive? Okay, probably a Toyota
Yeah,
4Runner.
that Camry.
Yeah.
He'll drive a nice Camry. He drive a sensible car. He might. If
Right.
he got a couple of kids, he might
You
drive
just
a
need,
Honda.
just need a regular dude that'll go to church or whatever. You know,
Well,
he sing
we-
Men's Day. He ain't on the usher board now, but he will sing in the choir for Men's Day. Men's Day program, somebody like that or whatever, just regular. You
Just
know
a
what I'm
regular
saying?
guy, yeah. And let's just keep him lifted in prayer.
Just
And while
gonna
we
love
praying,
and rub, and you don't do like that. Rub your feet every night.
soon as he gets home from work, honey.
Just
Yeah.
love- but they don't want no man to send flowers now.
No. And
get
he
to
don't
see
even
the
have an
flowers.
Instagram page.
Right.
Well, let me tell y'all something, honey. This is sad. Let's move on because this is a very sad story too, Rick, and I'm sure you're going to be able to chime in on this one, y'all. Michelle Williams, honey, from Destiny's Child, she said it took her at least 12 years to watch that 106 in Park fall, honey, when she fell off that stage. Now, she talked about it, honey, and she said, first of all, she said, I need people to stop saying she's clumsy. She said, I fell one time. She said, you didn't just have to stop. She said, that's like causing PTSD. She said, that's probably, honey, why I ain't going to do no music. She said, honey, but y'all going to hear me talk, though. She said, but I'm not going to do no doggone more music and what have you. And, baby, they played that video, girl, this girl tumbling.
She probably should just laugh at it, and then they'll move on from it.
Yeah, that's what she should do. She should act unbothered, even if she bothered.
Yeah, but redo it. Just
fell one
redo it. Right, go out there and get somebody else to play Beyonce and Kelly and redo the whole scene and get it right and laugh at it, and then people will move on from it.
Well, honey, I
And that's
laughed
what
at
they
it when I
should have let
looked at
them
it
do
again,
at
honey.
BET. They should have let them redo it and not play that one anymore or something.
She said it happened in 2005. She said it probably took me a good 12 or 13 years to watch it, honey. She said, but she did it, honey. She said, quote, she said, but when you've moved on, honey, the devil will come and just whisper. He's a little gnat. She said, like a little errant, honey, just saying, bzzz, 106 in Park. She said, but don't nobody ask you. She said, but what if I ask, honey, you about your past failures and your shortcomings? She said, I give people grace. I need people to give me grace because I might fall in another area. She said, but not necessarily physically on stage, but give me grace. She said, and it's 16 years, okay? She said, it's a trigger. They showed that video. Y'all need to pull it up, baby.
In the gospel community, they so petty because Donnie McClurkin comes out when we fall down and we get up right after she fell.
Right after she fell, honey. That was dirty, honey.
And then Bishop Blake starts singing it when somebody fell during communion out there in West Angeles. I'm tired of
And then it
these
just
folks.
continue. I keep on falling.
But they came out.
I keep on falling.
You keep on falling, all right, baby. They came out on the song, baby. Soldiers, baby. Miss Beyonce and Miss Kelly was twirling, baby. And before you know it, Miss Michelle was on the ground. Kelly looked at her like, you better get up. And they kept on moving. I say, poor Michelle, honey. She's such a great actress, a star, honey. And they did her so dirty, but she got up, honey.
She actually got up faster than she went down.
Very fast.
Yeah, because you thought about that paycheck.
I was never going to say that, Ricky.
That paycheck,
Yes,
that
honey.
paycheck paycheck will make you get on up.
It make you get up.
Y'all know how many mornings we done set up on the side of the bed. We had to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning. We done set up there.
Yes.
And sit up there think about calling in, and you think about that paycheck, and them bills got to be paid. You're like, let me get on up. I'm going to call in sick tomorrow.
Okay. The color today, y'all, is Sunsplash. On the hand, you say Sunsplash, and on the lawn, just say yellow. That's your color for the day, y'all. Bless Michelle's spirit, honey.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rick. Good morning, everybody. Good to be with y'all this fine Thursday. And Rick, listen, you know that President Biden and this administration is getting a whole lot of criticism for how they have withdrawn from Afghanistan and the melee that has been taking place since then. But something I read that was really interesting, brother, is that Afghanistan and now the Taliban are arguably sitting on $1 trillion worth of natural resources. That there are certain resources, cobalt, lithium, and some others that are in high quantity in Afghanistan. And obviously the lack of stability in the country has prevented normal corporate raiders from being able to go into the ground and get all of this out. And if you've flown a plane in the last 2 years, you know that most of the batteries that are made for new technology are made from lithium. What's driving the electric car industry is lithium batteries, and so there's some real stuff here, Rick, that I had never thought about. In large part about why so many people have attempted to gain control in that region is because if there was any semblance of peace for any considerable period of time, Afghanistan would be one of the richest countries in the region. So even as we look at this political and human crisis that's taking place, as always, there's an economic underpinning that I find incredibly interesting, and I haven't heard many people talk about. Second thing I want to talk about is this, the census results came out, and many people saw that, the white population in the United States declined for the first time since 1790. And where these enclaves of race in this country are, we know translate sometimes into where resources are, where there's not. And what's interesting, Rick, is when you look at these numbers, as much as Washington, D.C. is not as chocolate as it used to be, right, it still by percentage has the highest percentage of black folks of any area, with 46.1%. Mississippi still has the most as a state with 37.8%. But did you know that the state of Maryland has a larger percentage of black folks than Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia?
I kind of figured that, Jeff. Yeah. I didn't know. Yeah, but I kind of figured it from just being in Baltimore a lot, and in other areas of Maryland for the past 30 years.
And it's really Baltimore and PG County.
Right.
And a lot of the population that left Washington, D.C. went into PG County. And so you're absolutely right. And while these numbers are interesting, what really is pressing, as you know, about the census is what's getting ready to happen by way of redistricting. And so if you haven't heard anybody talking about redistricting, and if you don't know that the Constitution has a census take place, and then once those numbers are calculated, those census numbers are then used, and there are redistricting plans that happens within states that are going to change, in some cases, or further modify existing congressional districts. And these congressional districts look ridiculous. And they are used by parties, and normally the Republican Party, because they are the party that are in control of those states, to reduce power of primarily districts of color and empower districts that are primarily suburban and rural. So that's something that we're going to talk a lot about over the next couple of weeks.
And it's a shame that D.C. don't have two United States senators representing because Washington should be a state. You know what I mean? It has.
Well, and even if it's not a state, Rick, I mean, because there's a whole lot of conversation about states' rights and representation. They could still get 2 senators without being a full state. The question just is, at what point do you want the people of the district to be able to have representation that's consistent with the Constitution?
And Puerto Rico.
And I think most members of Congress would tell you they're tired of being city council people for the District of Columbia.
Right.
So there's a whole lot there, brother. But I'm not going to belabor that. That is going to be something we're going to talk about a lot, because there's a lot of power and resources that are tied up in that. Last but not least, Rick, as we get ready for back to school in the midst of what seems like a whole nother COVID reality, how you feeling, man, as you think about your grandkids, man, and just what this means for our babies, especially when we see increases of cases of kids?
Scared. I'm scared for all the kids, man. You know, I'm getting anxiety about it. Having friends in the hospital get sick and pass away. One of my Facebook followers in St. Louis died a couple of days ago. And it's just so scary with the Delta variant, and then the mask and not mask, and people that haven't been vaccinated won't wear a mask, and just the infection going around, and there's no treatment for kids, whatever. They can't get vaccinated or whatever.
The vaccinated, right.
And they're the one exposed, and they're being, like the nurse just came on the show, just said that the kids are being infected by sick adults or whatever. And the pandemic is among a lot of adults that haven't been, the ones that's getting sick or whatever. It's so much. It has been politicized and so much misinformation, and I'm scared for the kids. I'm scared for all of them.
Well, and I just think there's an opportunity. I mean, one, that they're talking about there's going to be a booster soon, and I'm interested in hearing more about it, because I frankly haven't heard enough to be able to share with a level of education the specifics of that booster. But I just dropped my son off in college in Florida, and so I'm as much as I'm excited about him being in school, I'm not excited about him being in Florida. Right. And when you think about even as someone who's vaccinated, so many of this variant is infecting those that have been vaccinated. Y'all hit me at Jeff Nation on social media. I'll check y'all next week, brothers.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news. It's what's trending now.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, y'all please help me welcome back to the show this morning out of Los Angeles, America's favorite nurse, Nurse Alice Benjamin.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Nurse Alice, good morning. How you doing? Thank you for joining us.
I am doing well. I'm blessed. It's a wonderful day.
We happy to have you, and now you have more than 23 years of experience as a nationally board-certified clinical nurse specialist and a family nurse practitioner. So we want to ask you some of the questions that we've been getting from our listeners who are parents and caregivers concerned about their kids and COVID. Now, the question that I have is hospitals around the country are reporting nearly 2,000 pediatric patients hospitalized with COVID-19. Why are kids getting sicker than previously, right? Like, is it the Delta variant or what? Because it wasn't like that before.
Yes, it was not like that before. It is, part of it is due to the Delta strain. And then now we have kids back into the community, back in school. And a majority of the kids are unvaccinated or not eligible to be vaccinated. So they're getting around people who are, contagious adults. They're getting it from adults. And, so we're starting to see more cases. And actually, kids are now 19% of all new COVID cases. So just because they're out in the communities now, we're going to start to see more kids get sick. And so we're going to have to do a lot to try to prevent that, Ricky.
Oh, wow.
Well, speaking of preventing that, I see that Moderna just started enrolling kids that are 11 months old and older in a clinical trial. So as a parent, would you enroll your young child in a COVID vaccine trial?
Ooh, that is a good question. And, even though I am a healthcare provider, I'm a parent also. That's something that I have to sit with and really think about. And I think everyone's entitled to do that. just so you know, there's nothing wrong with having hesitation and participating in research because you want to protect your babies, but then you also want to protect your babies, right? Hopefully giving them access to this. And, it's a little bit scary, but I think we've seen a lot of deaths happen. I think we're seeing more kids to get sick, and there are definitely parents out there who want to be first in line to get their children protected. And with Moderna starting this, so, they're enrolling kids in their trials. These kids will get vaccines that are half the dose of what the adults are getting. And then for those who are below the age of 5, even less of a dose. So, they're going to enroll. They're going to be followed up for 2 years. But if you're asking me if I would participate, I'd have to think long and hard about it. I want somebody to participate, right? We all want somebody to do it.
Right.
So somebody's going to have to step up.
Exactly. So, Nurse Alice, along that same train of thought, you talk about kids under 5. What about the kids 5 and up getting the next round of vaccinations? What's your thought on that?
Yes. So it's anticipated that the next round of vaccines, Pfizer's going to be releasing some data actually next month on this. Pfizer will. And we anticipate that children between the ages of 5 and 12 will be eligible and get a vaccine before the end of the year. That's what's anticipated because they've already been doing a lot of work. Pfizer's kind of been in the front doing this, and they claim to have already studied so many kids. So we'll be seeing that soon, and we anticipate it's going to be half the dose of that of adults. Kids, at 5 through 12 years old, these are the kids that are actually that we're seeing with the multi-system inflammatory syndrome. So that's it's going to be a really important age to get vaccinated because we're seeing more of those cases in that age range of children.
We're speaking with America's favorite nurse, Nurse Alice Benjamin, and there have been reports of people trying to buy breast milk. And I say that because the question is, can breast milk from vaccinated moms provide antibody protection for babies and toddlers?
Yes, it can. So when mom gets the vaccine, mom has all of this, developed her immunity and her system is to help her fight off COVID. And so when mom breastfeeds, research has shown that the antibodies spill over into the breast milk. And so we know that children in their first 6 months of life are still developing their immune system. So they're a very vulnerable group. So for them to now be able to get some protection, some of this antibodies from mom is really helpful. And especially since even when we roll out all of these vaccines, we know that newborns to 6 months are not going to be eligible for vaccines. So if they can get this protection through mom's breast milk, that's going to be best for them.
Now, what vitamins or nutrients can parents give young kids to help strengthen their immune system to prevent illness? I can't talk this morning. Sickness during this cold and flu season. And we also the second part of the question, we keep hearing about the multi-inflammatory syndrome in children becoming more common in kids due to COVID. What are some of the warning signs?
Yes. So. So with the multi-system inflammatory syndrome, we've had 4,400 cases in the United States, mainly between the ages of 5 and 13, and 63% of them Black and Latino. So it's hitting our communities the worst. So it's a rare inflammatory disease that just basically attacks all of your organs, inflames everything. So it's really bad. Now it's rare, but when it happens, it's pretty bad. So we want to protect our children from this. One of the ways is to, keep them as protected as much as a bubble as possible. But there is treatment for it, and a majority of kids recover. So that's one thing. Parents need to be on the lookout for that. And so when it comes to protecting our kids, how do we do that? We always there was a magic pill, right? Now, I'll say this. Multivitamins are helpful. Now, we don't want to just start giving our kids a whole bunch of, pills from Trader Joe's or anything like that. But having them eat a well-balanced diet, foods that are rich in vitamin C, zinc, calcium, magnesium, vitamin B, iron, omega-3 fatty acids. So all the things we should already be eating before COVID, making sure they get plenty of rest. Rest is very important for your immune system, and keeping them around sick people and trying to make sure that everyone around them is vaccinated and that they're wearing their masks. So, those are the things that we can do to protect our kids. But I think the most natural way, I would give them a multivitamin over the counter, but just making sure that they're eating all of the good foods and try to actually take away some of that, the junk food.
Right.
The junk food can actually be damaging to the immune system.
Nurse Alice, thank you so much for all of this information because, people are going back to school and getting up so early to talk with us this morning. For those who want more information, or how they can follow you on social media, how can they find you?
I'll make it easy for everyone. Ask Nurse Alice. My website's asknursealice.com, and I'm on all social medias at Ask Nurse Alice. Ask me a question. That's what I'm here for.
There it is. Thank you so much because we know it's early out there in LA. Y'all give it up for Nurse Alice.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We don't know what to say because we play it all the time. They playing that on the gospel station. The choir singing it in church or whatever. I mean, that song is just everywhere, man. We got another fan of that song, Rock T.
Who's that?
Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, yes.
The one and only Stephen A. Smith.
My
ESP.
brother.
Steve.
My brother.
What up?
What's going on, man?
What up with the Q's, man? Good morning.
No doubt, Road Dog. What's going on, man? Good to see y'all. Good to hear y'all, man. I got to say something about Bruno Mars, man. Let me tell you what my how ignorant my behind is, okay?
Right.
I swear to y'all, I never knew who Bruno Mars was.
Right.
Until he performed in the Super Bowl.
Right.
I'm talking about the year before him, Beyonce, and Coldplay did the halftime show together. The year before that, he did it by himself. And I was like, yo, who the hell is this dude? I said I literally said the second coming of Michael Jackson. That's how much I think of Bruno Mars.
Yes.
He's that special.
You're a bad boy.
He's a mix between Michael Jackson with a little Bobby Brown sound.
Prince.
Right.
And
a little bit of El DeBarge.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not going to throw El DeBarge in there either, even though I understand the comparison. The way that brother performed.
Right.
There's only two names that need to be mentioned. It's Michael Jackson and it's Prince.
That's right.
Pimpin'.
There you go.
Pimpin'.
Cause they playing the hell out of this record, man. The hell out of it.
Damn right. They should.
Let me introduce you the right way. Ladies and gentlemen, you can catch him weekdays on ESPN's First Take. And he is one of the most notable sportscasters on television. Please welcome the one and only, again, Stephen A. Smith.
In the house.
Hey, Stephen A. Now, I got to ask you now, college football kicks back in 2 weeks now. What are your predictions this season for NFL?
Oh, please, man. Every day. I mean, nothing to talk about.
I know you hate the Cowboys.
I mean, listen, you're damn right. We ain't talking about the Cowboys because the damn nauseated, disgusting fan base that get on my last nerve. I'm not even a Cowboy hater. It's just the fans, the Cowboy fans being happy is what disgusts me. I can't stand a Cowboy fan. All of y'all make me sick. I mean, you go 1-15. We go 1-15. Your season ends on January 5th. And at 7 o'clock and 7:15, you like, we're going to win the Super Bowl next year, right? It's the same old stuff. They never take a moment to smell themselves. They just make me sick. I can't stand a Cowboy fan. And it's sad because I know a lot of Cowboy players that I got a lot of love for. But I told Jerry Jones that one time. I said, it's that damn fan base of yours, man. I can't take it. He said, Stephen A., buddy, let me tell you something. As long as you talk about my Cowboys, we good. That's exactly what he said. So we good.
That's it, man. Stephen A., man. Now, Terrell Owens, our brother T.O., he wants to make an NFL comeback at the age of 47. He says he's not washed up. He's still in amazing shape. He even claims that he ran a 4.40 recently. What are your thoughts? If an NFL gave T.O. an opportunity to try to make a roster this year, do you think he can make it at the age 47?
I think T.O. can do anything physically he puts his mind to.
Right.
The sad part about it, and I'm being totally serious here, is that, we don't want to discourage any human being from dreaming. The exception should be T.O. That NFL stuff has come and gone. And the reason why has nothing to do with his physical attributes. They made a decision years ago about T.O. They don't want him in this league. There's plenty of teams that had an opportunity to bring him on. If you this way when you're 47, what were you when you were 44? What were you when you were 40? The bottom line is that T.O. is a Hall of Fame wide receiver, one of the top 3 wide receivers in the history of football, as far as I'm concerned, at least statistically. You think about Jerry Rice, you think about Randy Moss, you think about him. We all know how Herculean T.O. was for the most part of his career. But because of the relationships he failed to cultivate and the manner in which he carried himself in their eyes, you and I don't find that much wrong with him. Yeah, he could be a bit temperamental and things of that nature, but all of us, none of us are perfect.
Right.
But in the end, whatever he did in NFL locker rooms, whether it be San Francisco, Philadelphia, Cincinnati, whatever the case may be, whatever he did, Dallas, of course, in the end, they said, we don't want to touch you. And they made that decision, and it had nothing to do with his physical capabilities. So him coming on the air with you guys or anybody else talking about what he can do, that's one thing. Just don't act like it's plausible, like it's going to happen. Because I'm here to tell you, as somebody that covers the NFL and covers the world of sports, there is no way in hell anybody in the National Football League is going to give T.O. an opportunity to try out for their team and make their team. They're not going to do it because it has nothing to do with the physical.
Right.
It has everything to do with something else. They're not going to give him a chance.
Now, congratulations to you for getting picked up for your second season of Stephen A's World. Now, how has it been? And thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate you, man. That was so much fun.
I was getting ready to say that. I can't thank you enough for coming on. You knocked it out of the park, no question about it. And really, it just points to something. Yo, guys, I'm here in California right now because I'm getting ready to host Jimmy Kimmel Monday night.
Are you serious? What?
I'm hosting Jimmy Kimmel Monday night. For the first time in my career, I'm doing a late night show. Ricky, I was going to call you this weekend anyway. I'm nervous as hell, bro. I'm nervous as hell. Because let me tell you something. I ain't never give an opening monologue in my life.
Oh, man, we'll put that together in 5 minutes for you.
Where the objective is for me to be funny.
We got you on that one.
I can talk sports all day, every day, but they got me trying to be funny, and they let me know it's going to be like 10 to 14 minutes. I said, oh, damn. What the hell am I going to do? So, but I got Snoop Dogg coming on for me.
Right.
Nelly's going to perform his new song, High Horse. I'm excited about it and the whole bit. But, Stephen A's World, and I've never apologized for this, is a segue into me ultimately going late night. We have not had an African-American in late night television.
Oh, you would kill it.
Since Arsenio Hall.
You would kill it.
The reason I'm confident that I could do it is because of what my goal or my intent is. My intent is take away the opening monologue, and what are we talking about here? We talk about having a good time, and we're talking about celebrating the greatness of other people. And that's something that I've always wanted to do as a guy that covers sports. You do that at times, but at the same time, you also got to knock folks down when they don't perform. I don't have to do that with late night television. I can just bring people on to celebrate their work and what they're doing. And that's something that I want to do, particularly when it comes to black folks in the world of sports and entertainment, pop culture and beyond. I'm not anti anything, but I'm unapologetically pro-black. And I want to make sure that I put myself in a position where I can highlight and celebrate the greatness of other people from my community. That's why I want to do late night television. That's why I've always wanted to do late night television. And I'm sincerely hoping I get the opportunity to do it.
Kay, you was going to say something about HBCUs?
We highlight HBCUs on the show regularly, Stephen. And you're actually hosting HBCU Week this year. So what can people expect with that?
Well, we're just going to go to various universities, but unfortunately, we're going to do it virtual now because, we got to go to Memphis in September. We've got to go several other places as well. We're supposed to go to Atlanta, Georgia. We're doing that at the end of the month, Morehouse, Atlanta, Clark, all of that stuff. The issue is that for me personally, I was really, really looking forward to going down to these institutions, but because of COVID and a new spike in COVID cases and stuff like that with the Delta variant and everything else, ESPN said, let's put a halt to that right now because the last thing we need to do is a whole bunch of people needing to get off work because we come down with COVID. So we got to be careful about that. And as a result of what we were planning on doing in person has been postponed. Hopefully we can revisit that. But really it's just a concerted effort on my part in collaboration with ESPN to bring as much attention to HBCUs and the great assets that could come out of HBCUs as often as I possibly can. And to be quite honest with you, it's nothing different than what you guys have been doing for years and what have you. Anytime we get an opportunity to highlight and promote and really crystallize what's emanating from the African American community, in this case, as it pertains to HBCUs, it's an opportunity we know we should grab, and we take the bull by the horn and we push it forward, and that's what we're trying to do. ESPN and Disney, I've been very fortunate and blessed that they've bought into what I've asked them to buy into, and they've supported me wholeheartedly. And this is just the beginning. We've raised over $11 million in 2,000 scholarships over the last 2 years, and I'm going to take it to another level. No matter what I'm doing, no matter what I accomplish, I'm going to do everything that I can, every chance I get to highlight HBCUs, and this is just the latest example of that.
Now, and represent, Alabama, Tuskegee, Alabama State, Stephen A. Whatever you need me to do to help, let me know. You're always welcome to come on this show, and I really want to help you raise money because I really believe in education, man. And congratulations, tell Rashawn I said, what's up, man? Thank you so much for everything that you do. Thank you for joining us this morning, man. Tell the people when and how they can catch your shows. Come on.
Yes. Well, I appreciate it, first of all. First Take on every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to noon. You know that. Stephen A's World, I'm on 4 days a week on ESPN Plus. That's our streaming platform. You always catch me on my NBA coverage, and this is going to be the best NBA season maybe ever. I just can't wait for this NBA season. I don't know who the hell's going to win the championship.
Oh, you ain't riding for your Knicks? You ain't riding for your Knicks?
He said nothing about that.
Well, I'm going to be emotional. I'm going to be emotional and tell you.
I was waiting right to you. Come on. He ain't say nothing.
Come on, what about the Knicks,
Stephen,
man?
You ain't say nothing the whole time.
The Knicks don't have no damn chance to win the championship this year. I know that. But damn it, they're going in the right direction.
Cleveland Browns.
Here's the deal.
Can Cleveland Browns get some love?
They can get some love. They're going to be better this year. They ain't winning no damn Super Bowl, but they can be all right. But when you get back to the NBA, you talking Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Philly, Miami, the ATL, after what you saw from Trae Young and the crew this year. That's in the Eastern Conference. In the West, you got both LA squads. You know what they doing. You got Utah. You got Denver with Jamal Murray coming back. I'm just saying, when you look at these, Phoenix can't be ignored as well. And when you look at it, Portland can't be ignored either. I'm just saying, just looking at it right now, there's going to be a great season. And football-wise, only proclamation I'm willing to make is that when the day ends and the Super Bowl trophy is raised, it damn sure won't be the Dallas Cowboys.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all show some love right now for the one and only Stephen A. Smith.
In the building.
Hey, thank you, dog team. Root to the Brubs.
No
All
doubt.
right, y'all.
No
All right, y'all.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 27 minutes after the hour. Y'all, the segment's being brought to you by My Computer Career. That's right, family. If you don't absolutely love what you do, make sure you go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's right. That's mycomputercareer.edu. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. So in an interview with ABC News yesterday, President Biden said that U.S. troops will remain in Afghanistan until all Americans are evacuated, even if that means having them there beyond his August the 31st deadline for withdrawal. Now, in health and COVID-19 news, hospitalization rates have now hit a record high for all age groups under 50. The most affected groups are people ages 30 to 39 and children under the age of 18. Meanwhile, the Biden administration took steps towards possible legal action against states that are banning masks in school. And it also pushed for nursing home workers to be vaccinated. Meanwhile, U.S. officials announced plans to make COVID-19 vaccine booster shots available to all Americans beginning the week of September the 20th. Now, the booster shot would be for those who had the Pfizer or the Moderna vaccine and should be taken 8 months after your second dose. People who got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will probably need a booster also, but more data is needed before it is recommended. Last but certainly not least, speaking of data, we now know that the T-Mobile cyber attack last week exposed names, social security numbers of almost 8 customers and over 40 million people who had applied for credit. Now, in response, T-Mobile said that it would offer its user identity protection services, but the company could face fines for mishandling user data. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, you can go ahead and log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Let's start off with Kevin Durant and Draymond Green. They finally opened up on why Kevin Durant left Golden State Warriors to join the Brooklyn Nets. He says, listen, man, it wasn't so much the heated altercation that him and Draymond Green had against the Clippers in 2018. It was more about how Coach Steve Kerr and General Manager Bob Myers handled the situation. So without going into too much detail, if it wasn't for the way they handled it, he may still be in Golden State, and they might have won a couple more championships. But, hey, it is what it is. It's about to go down this weekend, Rick Dog, and everybody else listening to this doggone sports report. Save the date, Saturday, August the 21st, the Prefontaine Classic, the best of the best in track and field, featuring the women's 100 meters. Yes, everybody's going to be focused on this race. Here's why. You got the Jamaicans who finished first, second, and third in the Tokyo Olympics versus American sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson, who was disqualified from the Olympics for marijuana use. So, I'm excited about this one, man.
She better. If you don't beat them Jamaicans, you can't come back to South Dallas.
Hey,
I'm just playing.
No, she gonna be able to come back to South Dallas, but this gonna be a race, man. Because Elaine Thompson, Harry, she ran 1/10 of a second faster than Sha'Carri ran in the Olympic trials. So, but I still think Sha'Carri has some more left in the tank.
Oh, for sure.
Come on, man. So
for sure.
It's going to be the top 4 finishers in this race is probably going to be a difference between 0.5 of a second. I mean, they're going to be all neck and neck. It's going to be fun to watch, man.
Rock, you think you can outrun Sha'Carri?
Oh, hey, man.
Gary
Don't do it, Rock.
Sha'Carri can go, but I'm always bet on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm always bet on me.
Now, remember we raced at the mall one time?
Yes, sir.
And almost got beat by Gary.
Who?
That's right, honey.
Yeah,
I mean, you won the race, but I came in second.
Okay.
Remember the time we raced in the mall?
Yes, sir. We were getting it, boy.
We all lined up and raced. But we didn't know Gary could run that fast. Gary ran that fast, come from boosting clothes out of the mall.
Right, baby. They had to run, baby, for their lives, honey.
Y'all had to what?
We had to run for our lives, baby.
Hey, Super Day.
Girls were pussy in jail.
Super Day. Me, Gary, Rock T, Hollywood, Special K, did you race?
No.
Hair crack. We lined up and raced in Valley View Mall, and I did not know that Gary had that kind of speed. Them little bullets. Well, he was running like that damn ostrich on the emu, and Doug.
Yes, sir. Them little legs was
crackling, boy. Doug said, "You're an animal."
We had to run from the boys chasing us out to school. Hell,
y'all did with them books. You was holding them books wrong. You have to hold them books
yes, baby.
They got tired of seeing you holding your books up in your chest and twisting on the way home. They start chasing you.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Brad, you got the hot spot, man. Let's get it.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and this hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
Yeah, you need to go out there and practice with Sha'Carri, Gary, and get her ready for the next race.
Give me a joint and I'll run.
Give you what?
A joint.
I ain't even know they still call it a joint.
They don't call it that no more.
You gotta get some reefer.
All right, y'all, this time for the hot spot is being brought to you by
living legend Manny Pacquiao and current welterweight world champion Yordenis Ugas will be meeting in a blockbuster title fight, man, this Saturday, August 21st, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific, live on pay-per-view. Buy now on the Fox Sports app. Brat, what's up there, Pimpin'?
What's up, Rock T? Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. I just can't stop thinking about Gary's legs because he do got some skinny, bow legs, and I bet he is
next
fast.
time
I
you
wish.
see Lee and Doug.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so the news outlet The Ringer reviewed of all 41 episodes of the new Jeopardy host Mike Richards' podcast and discovered he repeatedly used offensive language and disparaged women's bodies. Ooh, the new Jeopardy host also used slurs when mocking his co-host for being short. Oh yeah, they gonna get him because they don't want him in there anyway. The audio of every episode was pulled down and the podcast hosting site was deleted.
What?
He also issued a statement to The Ringer saying that he is deeply sorry for his comments and admitted that they were not acceptable. He added, "My responsibilities today as a father, husband, and a public personality who speaks to many people through my role on television means I have substantial and serious obligations as a role model, and I intend to live up to them." Well, he should have thought about that before he made those comments. You just jumping in the game trying to take over a spot that you ain't used to. You got to know what to say and what not to say. Bro, you might need to just stick behind the scenes and just run the show and, do everything you did before unless somebody that kind of really knows what to do to handle this job. It's kind of crazy. All right, y'all, moving on. Daniel Craig, he said he will not leave cash to his kids. Now, he's the James Bond star. He said he not leaving no inheritance for his kids because it's distasteful. He don't want to leave great sums to the next generation. He said, "I think inheritance is quite distasteful. My philosophy is to get rid of it or give it away before you go." He added, "Isn't there an old adage that if you die a rich person, you failed?" Well, y'all, his net worth is $160 million, and he has 2 children. Much of his fortune comes from his role in the Bond's films, and he's reportedly paid $25 million for No Time to Die, his 5th and final role as Bond, and it hits theaters in October. What y'all think about that? He ain't leaving no kids no money.
I mean, leave him something.
Right.
But isn't it said, though, not to leave kids money? I mean, because if you leave kids money, like they were saying, and especially if you let them know about it, sometimes they'll have you killed to get the doggone money. So right. I thought it was in the Bible said something about he's supposed to leave your grandkids money, but not your kids. I don't know. So let me know.
Oh, Lord.
Cain and Abel. I don't know what I think.
Speaking of Cain and Abel, we got the praise mix down. Coming up next, I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat. The time now is 24 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.